Hi, I'm Di with Sister Chicks Quilting. Welcome to my channel today. I am so excited about the next 8 videos that I have. They will be posted every Tuesday because I am going to be sharing with you easy, fast Christmas gifts that you will be able to make in a snap. I mean, some of these projects take 40 minutes. So I'm going to get started with this first one. Well, wait a minute before I do. I promise that today is when I'm going to announce the winner of my quilt giveaway from last Friday, the Cancer Quilt giveaway. I've read so many incredible stories and I want to give a quilt to every one of you, I'm telling you. But sadly, I only have one quilt. It's going to be at the end of the video, kids. Sorry, but this is going to be a fast video. Look what I'm making today. Isn't this cute? This is a drawstring lined gift bag. So you can put something like a set of pillowcases in it. You know why I said that? Because that's next week's video. Anyway, you can put pillowcases in it. You could put bottles of shampoo. You could put anything you want in this gift bag, and it's reusable and it's so cute. I love this Christmas fabric. It's some that I've had in my stash for a while, and it could be reversible, but there will be a seam on the bottom inside, so you may not want to reverse it, but you just fold it over and tie it in a bow, and there you go. The best thing about this gift bag is it's so easy to make. You use 2 fat quarters. So I'm making, look at this, I'll have coordinated gift bags because I'm making this one out of, this is the lining and this is the bag. Isn't that darling Christmas fabric with the little birds? And the other thing you need for it is 5/8 inch ribbon. In my pattern, the free pattern that's on my website, I put that you need 1/2 to 3/4 inch ribbon. It really doesn't matter the size of the ribbon as long as it fits in the drawstring channel that you'll be making. So let's get started with this bag. I'm at my cutting table, and what we're going to do, by the way, this is the pattern. It's on my website. I'm going to trim my fat quarters to 21.5 by 17.5 inches and cut the pieces that we need for this bag. My fat quarters cut into the 17.5 by 21.5 inch squares, and then I'm going to cut them right in half at the 10 3/4 line. So this is the 17 inch, and that I want to be the length, and 10 3/4. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and there's the 3/4. And let's make sure this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 3/4. So there we go. Cut it right in half, and I have 2 tops and 2 linings. There we go. Now we need to mark up the tops. I'm going to mark the channels in them for the drawstring. And I'm just going to use my little ruler, and you start 3 inches down from the top like this. And the pen I'm using is erasable ink with heat. So we're going to get a good line on that. The key was erasable ink with heat. So I don't want to do any pressing on this bag until I've got that channel sewn in, and that's quite okay. We can figure that out. So there's one marked, and making sure this is directional, so I want the birds in the right direction. So I'll mark the second one at 3 and then 4 inches, creating those channels. Now we're going to go to the sewing machine. So I have my 2 bags sewn, and I don't know if you can see the line. I used a red marker, but this is my line. I am not going to press this top bag because that's disappearing ink. But here's my little hole in the seam. As you can see, it kind of opens up, and I've stitched around it on both sides. And the next step is to put the bags together. So we'll just stuff this one. You always want to do right sides together. It doesn't matter if one is out. They just have to be opposite. One bag needs to be turned. But stick it down in like so and match it at the side seams. And I nest my side seams. So one goes one way, one goes the other. Stick a pin in to hold it. Go to the other side seam and nest that one as well. Okay. Then if you want to put another pin in the center of each side, you can do that. So I'll stick another pin in like that. And I'm ready to sew. And what I'm going to sew is this top portion. I'm going to sew it really close to the top, and then I'm going to turn the bag. To do this type of sewing, I'm going to pull my table off my machine so I have my free arm available. But I'm just going to stick it over the free arm, and I'm going to stitch about 1/4 of an inch all the way around this top seam. Well, this doesn't look like much, but it's getting close to being done. I've stitched around the top seam, and I'm going to turn it through the hole in the bottom. It's really easy to pull out, and both of my sides will be together. So here's the deal. So this is right here is my disappearing ink that I've shown, and I don't want that to iron away, but I want to press this. So I'm going to go ahead and press it on from the lining side so it's nice and flat. Then I'm going to tuck the bag. I'll roll it and stuff it down inside, and I will sew the casing seam for the ribbon and the top down. But first, let me go press. Okay. Look what I have sewn. I've sewn the top seam as close as I could down, and then I sewed down on the 3 and the 4-inch line, and I'm thinking you can see those. I sewed just on the side of my little opening in the seam because that's where my ribbon is going to go. And then I've gone ahead and pulled the inside of the bag out because I wanted to show you. I'm sure you know how to do this, but if you don't, I'm going to close this seam up. You can kind of see where the seam allowance is, so I'm just going to gently fold and finger press that down on the seam on both sides. And then I'm going to lay these 2 openings together and put one little pin in the middle. When I sew these bags shut, I sew as close to the folded seam as I can get, starting before I just kind of curve up right about here and sew right along the line. So let me sew that up. Then the next thing we're going to be doing is putting our ribbon in, and after that, filling it with goodies. Okay, that's my bottom seam, and you can see, just use a thread that's similar in color and it won't even show. Stuff the bag in, poking out the corners, and we are ready to put the ribbon in. You can thread it through with a threader or a bobby pin. This is what I'm going to use. It's a pair of, they lock on the back, I think those surgical things. And I'm just going to stick it down the tube on one side and go all the way down, thread it down onto my little tool, come out here. This is the hard part, opening it up again when it's in the bag. But I'm going to open it up. I'm going to stick my ribbon in, lock it, and pull my ribbon through, just like that. And then I'm going to unlock it, turn it over, and do the other side. Okay, so there is one ribbon, and I'm going to even these out and just tie them in a knot. Pull the knot to the top as far as I can, even up my ribbons, cutting all the frayed pieces off. And this is Fray Check. It's made by the Dritz company. And when I get the other ribbon in, I will go ahead and put a little line of Fray Check on both sides of the ribbon and let them dry. And then they won't fray. It's that simple. It's pretty cool. And I'm going to do the other side the exact way I did this side, just opposite. And I'll tie this one off. And I get to say, ta-da! Isn't that cute? So, you can put just anything in these bags. You can put shampoos or toiletries. And you know what? I didn't even iron the sides. It was ironed pretty well before, but you can put clothing, jammies, pillowcases, so many things. You name it, if you're giving it as a gift, it can go in this bag, and this can be part of the gift. Really fun, easy Christmas idea. Thank you for watching my video today. If you like what you're seeing, I would love a thumbs up. If you just go down right below the video, there's a little thumbs up. Those thumbs up are really important, and I'm wanting to collect as many as I can. It's time to give away the quilt. I just want to thank everybody who wrote in on the comments with their cancer experiences and stories. I'm telling you, I bawled when I read all of them. It's just amazing how something like this touches our lives. Having gone through it myself, it's brutal, it's not fun, and my heart just goes out to every one of you who are experiencing it, whether you're experiencing through the loss of a loved one or yourself are dealing with it. So thank you for writing your stories in. Okay, this quilt is going to Christy S. for her cousin, and I've already sent a message out to her. And Christy, if you see this and haven't checked your messages, check them, because I need to get in touch with you so I can get an address and get this shipped out. Real quick, I have to tell you what's on the docket, because this month is going to be crazy fun. It's all about Christmas, my second favorite holiday. And on Friday, this week's video is going to be the Moda Christmas Bear quilt. Oh my gosh, so cute. So tune in. I can't wait to sew that with you. And after that video, guess where I'm filming my next video? Where is the keyword? At Quilt Retreat. I'm just so excited, I can't stand it. So actually Wednesday of this week, I'm headed off to Quilt Retreat, and you know there'll be a follow-up on the Scrap Jar Stars, and the Christmas Bear quilt is kind of it's a lot of sewing. So I'm going to finish up that video at Quilt Retreat, and then of course we'll have some goofy, silly girl stories as well. So until then, give me a thumbs up and like my videos, and until you see me next time, bye.